Aloha, everyone. Sunset Rewind back at you. Some Hawaiian music. Don Ho here, Coach.
I was just going to say, do you guys know who that is singing right now?
No idea.
No, I had no idea.
Okay, well, you might want to catch up on your Hawaiian music because you're going there in a couple weeks.
Iconic.
Yeah, Don Ho is probably one of the most celebrated Hawaiian singers. Him and who's the guy? Israel sings Over the Rainbow.
Right.
Kawa. Anyway, you might want to catch up on your Hawaiian music, just so you know.
So today we are joined by the Edison Chargers as part of our 2023 Sunset Rewind preview shows. Mason York and Logan Shill are with us today. Thank you for joining us today, gentlemen.
Yeah, thanks for having us on.
Of course, thank you.
So talk to us a little bit about the offseason and what you guys have been doing to get better, to get ready for this season, and kind of take us through the whole offseason process.
Pretty much, I don't know. Coach Grady is always like, it's like a college schedule for us. So like we're not in pads till pretty late. So we went first couple weeks of June pretty light, just like shorts and a t-shirt, working out, and then just running like a normal tackle practice, but just without any hitting, just getting the offense ready, like gearing up. And then we go in our dead period, and that's when things like really ramp up. We like start getting into it, like lifting every day, like hard, and then like pretty much like full speed. Like all the concepts are in, like we're not holding anything back. And then we just got in pads yesterday. So
Yeah.
Okay, and so we had a chance to watch you guys at the Battle of the Beach, which is one of the most prestigious passing league tournaments in the country, really. You got all the top dogs there.
Absolutely is.
Edison hosted. And who did they draw in the first round? Do you remember?
Mater Dei?
No, the defending
Oh,
national
St. John,
champions.
St. John Bosco?
And you beat them.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, you beat them.
And so I go to Coach Grady. I'm like, Coach, this is your
That's
tournament.
impressive.
What are you doing scheduling the national champs in the first round? And he's like, Grady, man for words. It is what it is.
It is what it is.
Okay, but how cool is that for you guys to get out there and beat a team of that caliber?
it was cool. It was awesome. We really just like started that game out with so much energy. Obviously we're not supposed to win that. So to be a public school team to do that, it was really cool. It's something that I'm not going to forget for a while.
Nice.
So how's the transition been going from Parker Wad to Savaleo, new quarterback and everything? How's that been so far?
It's been good. Parker was a great quarterback. It would be hard to fill in his shoes, but Savi's been doing great. During practice, he throws great balls. He's not in the pocket for too long, and just has great plays all around.
Yeah, he looks very poised back there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You guys had a real senior-heavy team last year. You had outstanding players. They were also good quality character guys. I want to go back just a little bit, and we'll talk more about the team this year, but that Orange Lutheran game, if I take my bias and passion out, that was one of the best high school games I've ever seen. Mm-hmm. Now, obviously, the result was brutal and awful. Was that a game you guys have gotten over yet? And can you kind of just take a step back and appreciate for just how good that game was? Because you guys dominated that game. They got some breaks late in the third with the safety, then the punt return, and it kind of got away from you, but then you guys battled back.
Yeah, it was a great game. We fought hard the whole 4 quarters. And just at the end with that 2-point conversion, we just couldn't get that play.
And you talk about a game of inches. I can still envision, turning around, trip, and just you're so close.
I got to be honest with you. I wasn't at that game. I was covering another game that evening, but Coach Patios was there, and we're on the phone back and forth talking about football. And I'm going to tell you right now, he was so crestfallen and upset that he was as upset as any Edison player was. Like, he was so bummed when I talked to him.
It was like going to a funeral. I'm like, after the game, it's like, I just can't believe this.
He gave me the play-by-play and everything, and I'm listening on the phone. I'm like, oh.
Yeah.
But yeah.
It was like the same thing last year too. My sophomore year, we played Inglewood and pretty much lost on a fourth 4-down goal line stop.
Well, the good news is you guys are going to be seniors this year. You got another shot at it, so maybe the third time's a charm.
So what have you guys, what's your outlook going into the season? Like, what's your personal goals and what are your team goals?
Personally, my goal is just to be the best Edison receiver in probably the past 10 years. I just want to be I want to leave my mark. I feel like last year with sharing the ball with Ashton, there'd be nobody else I'd rather do that with, but this year I'm pretty much the guy. So I want to leave a legacy and have a great year that people won't forget.
Yeah, there have been some great. Last year you had Tucker Tripp and Hurley. You had some great receivers and yourself. Mm-hmm. So yeah, you're going to be the go-to guy this year.
Yeah, for sure.
Absolutely.
And then Logan, you had an offensive line that was lights out last year. You lost some great guys, but you've got some good guys returning. Talk to me a little bit about the offensive line this year and your personal goals.
Yeah, so me and Makai Saggio are returning, and we're going to be pretty solid. And we also got some rising seniors, Connor Peterson, Ben Gladney, and they're going to be a pretty solid O-line again. Like last year, we were pretty solid the entire season. Yeah, we had some injuries and in and out, but we were solid. But this year, too, I think we should be just as good as last year, really, because we've been working hard and working the defense out in practice. And
Well, along those lines, when you line up at practice, is there one guy, whether you're on offense or defense, when you go one-on-one, you're like, oh, man, I better tighten my helmet a little bit tighter because this guy's a dude?
Not really. I mean,
That means you're the dude,
Yeah. I
right?
mean, in
It's
my,
because we're on offense
I mean,
at the same time.
Yeah.
Nice answer.
I'm kind of in my own little world when we're
Oh
doing
my gosh.
the offense. You know, the O-line works as like one machine, but I'm usually in my own world just messing with the defense.
Okay,
Yeah.
well, how about you, Mason? Is there a guy when it's like one-on-one drills or 7 on there, like, okay, this guy's pretty good at locking down?
If I'm playing receiver, probably Jared Schnorr.
Okay.
Like he's, I mean, you guys know who he is.
Oh,
right?
sure.
Yeah, absolutely.
He's the returning starter. So anytime it's like we've been like that we've been playing together for like 6 years.
Okay.
So anytime we go up against each other, it's like it's been a 6-year running matchup. So I gotta keep the record up. But whenever I'm playing D line, it's definitely Logan or Makai.
We'll talk about that for a second. D-line, I mean, I remember Jackson Irwin
Yeah.
last year. We called him Mr.
Mr.
Everything because he
Everything.
played receiver, D-line. He was all over the place. Are you going to be the next Jackson as far as where they've got you lined up?
Yeah, I'll probably be taking that role. Last year I played it a little bit. It was mainly on like the cover 0 package, and I would just
Right.
like rush off the edge because I'm big and strong and fast. But this year, like they're having me play it like full time. So like when we're in a normal base defense, like I'll be playing D end as well.
So you're gonna be like in a 5 technique, 7 technique type thing.
I don't know. I don't even know what it's called, but I'll just be rushing the
Right,
edge.
right.
Just line up
But I
and
mean,
find a
they'll
quarterback.
set up some edge rushes for you where you just let you go
Yeah.
right at the quarterback.
Yeah.
That's always the best, isn't it? Which is okay. Let me ask you this: which is more satisfying, getting a big hit or making a big catch?
Big catch for sure, because I'm not playing D end at the next level. So like
Okay.
to get that and know that I like
Your
had a
ticket
good-
to the next level is
Yeah.
going to be as a receiver,
It's gonna
right?
be a
not
little bit
DN.
better, yeah.
What about for you, Logan? I mean, do you prefer
Yeah.
like run blocking, pass blocking, or
I mean, run blocking is definitely when you get that pancake. That's like
Right.
the best feeling ever. Especially, I mean, most of the people in the stands aren't watching the O-line, but you like it when your O-line coach is like, hey, good job.
this?
You're watching
Yeah.
film that over
Yeah.
and over and over.
I will tell you right now, Coach Patios is the biggest O-line fan in the world. Like when we're breaking down film of your games or any other games, he'll see something like, oh, watch this lineman, what he did, and he always picks up the pancakes
Well,
and
the
everything.
quarterbacks, running backs, and receivers, they get all the highlights,
Yeah.
but it's hard as a lineman. So I'm
Yeah.
looking for that. So this year, if we see a great kick out block or reach, or you pancake someone, we're going to do our best to.
Yeah,
pick
how
them
about
up.
that? How about like a pulling block? Isn't that the best?
Yeah, the pulling blocks are the best.
And when you pull and you see a guy,
when-
he's not looking at you,
Yeah,
like,
when
oh.
when the linebacker DN's just standing there looking wherever and just those are the best. Yeah.
Do you guys have any unusual superstitions or pregame rituals you go through before a game or practice?
We do a prayer before every game.
Okay.
Yeah.
Awesome.
But I don't know. Last year, I used to be pretty superstitious, but I would say my only superstition was to like absolutely have like none, because I was just like I had to lock.
It gets in your head, right?
Yeah.
And if you
it
don't
messes
do it,
me.
you-
My whole like it was literally a superstition almost that I just could not have any. Like I wanted to just not worry about anything. Like
Is there a favorite pregame meal you have?
Jersey Mike's?
Jersey Mike's, nice.
That's what everybody. If you go to like we watch or we'll get like a personnel and like have everybody like say what personnel group you're in, like just get a roll call before the game. Everybody in the room is eating Jersey Mike's.
You have a certain number of sandwich you order?
I just get the Philly.
The
Where
Philly?
do you guys go after the game? Where's the spot to go in your neck of the woods after a game?
We
the game?
go to round table, right?
Yeah, we go to round table.
Round
That's
table.
where Fountain Valley goes to.
Yeah.
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 All right, round
Oh, they're
table.
lampposts.
No,
around
lampposts,
there.
you're
Yeah,
right.
yeah.
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 Close enough.
Both great spots, by the way. Both great pizza.
Do you guys keep in touch with any of your old teammates from last year?
Yeah, I keep in touch with a lot of the O linemen and some of the skill players.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure. It's a really like tight knit community. So like everybody that graduated, I still see them a lot.
Yeah,
all
we
the
saw
ones
that.
in
We went to
college.
the golf tournament earlier this year at Strawberry Farms. The Edison
Rocky
golf
Wan,
tournament.
remember him?
Man, you should the Edison. You should see. I mean, when you guys graduate high school next year, that you're lifelong Chargers. You should have seen that event. It was
Yeah.
awesome. Like you had guys there from the 70s, 80s, 90s, and we're talking to these guys, and they're telling us stories like it was happened yesterday. It was awesome.
So let's talk about this season a little more specifically. Cole, can you pull up my monitor real quick? I want to go over the schedule with you guys.
There it is.
Now, you've got a really unique situation. You got to be stoked. You're both.
Look at that,
your
August
first two
11th.
games are in Hawaii.
How early that is.
Tell us a little bit about that, how that all came about, and what do we know about your opponents?
Yeah, well, we usually do about every 3 years we go out to Hawaii, but COVID stopped that. But we got back to it this year. We really don't have any film on the Hawaii team, so we're not really knowing what to expect.
See, they can go on YouTube and find a million Edison games, so they're not going to give you anything.
Yeah, I'm not knowing. I don't know
that.
if they're going to be some tall, skinny, fast guys or some big, Hawaiian dudes. So I don't know what to expect.
Line up in jumbo, pound them in the mouth, and make them adjust. They won't need. You won't need
But we
film.
talked about that jumbo. How are we going to get Mason the ball in jumbo?
Put him at
I'm
tight
fine-
end,
I'm
power
fine with
pass.
blocking. I'm
All
fine
right.
with blocking. I
He's
love
a
blocking.
big, strong guy.
Team
He can handle
guy.
it.
Yeah, team guy.
So you got 2 games in Hawaii, which is pretty cool. And then, did you have to do any kind of fundraising for that? I mean, I gotta imagine that's.
Oh yeah, we did a lot.
We're doing
of
one right
fundraising.
now.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we had a few email campaigns selling popcorn. We had a
Car wash,
Car
yeah.
wash, yeah, with the H2O Go off beach.
We got the Sunset Rewind magazine coming out, and if you
Yeah.
guys sell those, that's more money for you guys in the program. So
Yeah.
we'll promote that when we get there. Losingers, your third opponent. They're one of those teams that usually go 0-5, but they play the best teams.
Yeah.
So they're like you guys, Mission. They don't care who they play. They play the best.
Yeah.
And then they go 5-0 in league.
Yeah.
In fact, I remember last year's game was kind of close for a while.
Yeah.
Oh,
Too
yeah.
close for comfort. Then you guys kind of got it together, but
Yeah.
they were hanging around.
They always have a couple good guys on their
Very
team.
good
yeah.
athletes. Yeah.
Right. Then you've got Palos Verdes. Have you played at Palos Verdes before?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We played our sophomore year.
Dole,
yeah.
tell the story about the.
Got to play during the daytime 3 o'clock games because there's no lights there due to
Yeah.
an ordinance in the city with
Neighbors
they
don't want to be bothered
They
with
want
football.
don't want noise on Friday night. So there's no such thing as Friday night lights at Palos Verdes. Beautiful neighborhood though.
It's gotta
Yeah.
suck for them.
He'll be home early. Yeah, right? I mean, Friday Night Lights is what it's all about.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then finally you end with San Clemente. Now, that was a great game last year. You almost got ripped off by the refs. I remember watching that on film and going,
Yeah.
oh, seriously? I mean, that could have been the difference.
Yeah. I remember that. I remember I was the one that got the strip sack, and then I was just screaming at the ref the whole time I was supposed to get a flag. We almost got sold, but we pulled it out.
You guys faced a little adversity. You overcame it. So the one thing I've always noticed about Edison is you guys are a really tight community. We've talked about that already. And whenever you've lost one of your fallen brothers or sisters, you guys do a great job honoring them. I think of the Page brothers, certainly.
Absolutely.
But you lost a real popular coach, Bill Workman. Cole, can you pull that up real quick on the monitor? This guy, you talk about a resume. 13-year head coach. Look at that, Dole. 3 staff championships.
Amazing.
7
that.
league championships. At the time, he had the record for consecutive wins. Then went to OCC and won a conference champions there.
Successful everywhere he went. I mean, those are numbers right there, but I'm sure if you talked with any of his players, the impact he had on their lives was probably far more significant. I mean, he's a great man, great coach.
Well, Coach White attributes a lot of the things he knows about football to Coach Workman.
Absolutely.
And here's what's crazy. You guys had 3 coaches since 1972.
That's
Yeah.
I
crazy.
mean, you talk about stability.
That's like the Pittsburgh Steelers,
100%.
Yeah.
And so anyway, we wanted to give him a shout out.
Yeah, God rest his soul.
By the way, I got a little trivia question for you guys. I got $100 on my wall. I'll give it to anybody who can answer it. Even you, Murphy. or
Wait,
Cole.
produce that right now.
Oh, you calling me out?
Oh,
I hope I have it. Yeah, 520s.
wow. Okay.
All right.
He had a ball boy for him during the 79-80 season. Do you know who it was?
Ball boy.
You guys are
If they
gonna
get
struggle.
if they
These
get
guys-
this,
Was it one of you guys?
No.
no.
Okay.
I was a ball boy though at Laguna Hills High School.
Ball boy. And you said 79-80 season?
Yeah.
That's
it-
like
was it
Kerwin
Grady?
Bell, right?
No,
He was around that time, but it wasn't him. I'll tell you right now. You might not know who this is. Todd Marinovich. Does that name ring a bell? Played for the Raiders, USC.
yeah.
He was he's a quarterback, right?
Yeah,
Yeah,
right.
absolutely.
Yeah.
Great quarterback.
He was the ball boy in that 79-80
That's awesome.
season.
Todd Marinovich.
He posted that on his
You ran
Facebook.
into him last week, right? You were in Hawaii, right? Or 2 weeks ago.
Long story short, I'm in Hawaii with my family, and we're driving down the coast in Kona. You want to get the Kona coffee.
Yeah.
Talking to the waitress, and she says, "Yeah, my son's going out for flag football, and his coach used to be a Raider quarterback." I'm like, "Who's the who's the
nice.
coach?" She said, "Todd Marinovich." I'm like, "I remember that guy."
Right.
Long story short, his dad used to have a gym in Anaheim that was under the Marriott underground. It was all like college football players, high school players, training center. And
Yeah.
Todd was in there all the time, so we'd cross paths and have a friend who knew him. So I called my buddy, said, "Hey, give me Todd's number. I'm just going to reach out to him."
That's awesome.
Text him. He says, "Yeah, I'm a half hour away, or like 10 minutes away. Come on over." He's got a cool house down on the Big Island, the southernmost point
Very
of the
talented
island.
artist too.
He's got an art studio right next to his
Yeah.
house. In fact, if you Google Todd Marinovich art, you could probably find his link. But anyway, it was so random running into that guy. But he's doing great. Looks good, and
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Okay. So we've got a new segment this year. It's called What Am I Looking At? I'm just going to pull up some photos, and I want you guys to tell me a little bit about what it is.
Now
I'm
it's
looking at.
time.
Let's go. All right, what am I looking at here? Cole, can you pull up my monitor?
What am I looking at here?
I see you're into combat sports early on.
Yeah, that's me and my little brother. I guess my mom liked to dress us up in stuff when we were younger.
Yeah, and you're attacking him. It looks like you poked an eye out with your ninja knife.
Yeah, we always like to mess around and stuff.
All right, Cole, let's pull up the next one.
What am I looking
Doing
at?
him dirty.
Now, that's what I envision a lineman doing, just a mess, eating food.
January 12th, 2009.
Always had to be a big boy. Always eating my chocolate cake.
Okay, I got one more, Cole, for Logan, then you're off the hook. Now, this is not what I think of when I think of an offensive lineman. Getting a Manny and a Petty.
Logan.
Yeah. I mean, I guess I remember my mom used to bring her when she gets her nails done. And
Dude, living the life of
You got hooked
luxury.
up.
I'd be like, hey, let me get some stuff done.
I used to do that too.
I know.
Growing up in the Edison
Man.
community is a struggle, right? I mean, every day. All right, your turn, Mason. Now, I hope
right.
when I show you this next one, your parents checked for peanut allergies.
Oh man.
What's going on here?
Mason.
I don't know how to explain that. I was just for some reason I thought it was a good idea to cover myself in peanut butter when I was little.
Okay, and again, obviously you're not allergic to it.
Yeah.
Okay, I
Found that out.
got one more for you.
What are we looking at?
Oh, two more.
Oh yeah, that's me and my uncle jumping off.
Where's that at?
That's at I think Red Rock Canyon in Arizona. I think.
Nice.
That looks
Yeah.
cool.
Did you guys see that video a couple years ago of Tom Brady? He was in Costa Rica jumping off a cliff with his daughter, and he got in a lot of trouble because it was high up and she didn't want to go, and he kind of
Yeah, no, that's what he did to me.
I'm looking at that, and that's what I thought of in my mind.
I
Like,
remember that specifically. He's like
He
just
Tom Brady
counting
too.
down, and he's
You're
like, "All right,
going.
we're going. You're either coming with me or not."
yeah, you can't abort in the middle of a jump like that. It's either you're all in or breaking
Yeah.
some bones. All right, last one. This is kind of a cool one too. Pull it up.
man.
Hey.
Yeah, that's me and the guys. The
crew.
We've it's a tight knit community. I mean, we said it before, but
Was that what year was that?
That was 8th grade year.
Oh, it's
So that's like Pop Warner?
Yeah, that was Pop
That's
Warner.
awesome.
That's Carson Daniels, Jared Schnorr. I mean, we've been together.
And you
forever.
grew up in that neighborhood in Huntington Beach for like since kindergarten. You're like, I'm going to be an Edison Charger.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
100%.
That's great.
All right, good stuff. All right, we've got a couple competitions this year. We've got two. We've got the Cup Challenge coming up, and then we got another one we're going to do. All the teams are competing, the players we invite in. This one is very simple. You've got 60 seconds. One of you is going to read the word on the card. You can't say the word, but you got to get your teammate to guess what the word is.
Okay.
So say there's a word swimming pool. You can't say swimming or pool. You got to just try to get them to guess as many as you can. If you don't get one, skip it. You can always come back to it. They start to get progressively harder as we get deeper in. All right.
Okay.
All right.
So my first question is, who's reading and who's answering?
You
want me to read? Yeah.
Yeah. Actually, I don't know. You're smarter than I am. So I think you should guess.
I don't
and I'll
know.
read.
Well,
I
a
think.
smart guy, he maybe can.
Yeah, I'll read.
Yeah.
All right.
All right.
Okay.
As soon as you start speaking, I'll start the clock.
Wait. So I can.
You
can,
wanna
like,
get him to
act
guess
it
that
out,
word.
and I can say
Right,
words, I
but
just
you can't say
the
it,
word.
yeah.
All right. I got you. All right. You ready?
Yeah.
You ready?
Yeah.
All right. So I have pom poms and I'm at the football
Cheerleader.
game. All right.
Good.
Where do we go to get ready for practice?
Locker room.
Yeah. Nico Bammer,
Kicker.
the other one.
Punter.
Yeah. Dylan Walters last year.
Linebacker. Captain.
No. Other position. Cover 2, who plays the deep halves.
Safety.
Okay.
Nice.
Black and white, throw flags.
Ref.
Yeah. A flag for too much celebrating. What's the name of the flag for too much?
I have no idea.
You can skip if you want.
You can
Yeah,
skip.
skip. I don't
Okay.
know the name of that.
The number 3 last year on Edison. Number 3, who wore number 3? The wide receiver number 2. I was number 1.
10 seconds.
Who else? Who else?
Austin?
No.
Ashton.
Yeah, Ashton.
Okay.
The street that on Edison. That's Edison's on.
Magnolia.
Yeah.
Time.
Nice. Good job.
Oh.
That's good.
I don't know what a celebration one is.
Unsportsmanlike
I don't-
Unsportsmanlike
I don't-
conduct.
Yeah.
I don't get
Yeah.
any celebration
He doesn't get to
dances in the
celebrate.
end zone. Yeah.
So we're gonna record all of the shows before we release it. So I'll just give you the rest of the words. It was blitz, zone coverage, power, probably one of your favorite plays. Cover 2, And that was it. Nobody's gotten through the deck yet, so don't. You get, but
7,
you guys
that's
did
a
good.
great score,
That's
though.
a good score, I'll say that. Okay, where are we at? So let's get on with
Lightning round questions.
lightning round questions. Let's do it.
Yeah.
Thank you.
So quick, questions. Both of you can answer. Just real simple, quick questions. I'll start it off. Favorite subject in school?
Science.
History, yeah.
Okay, who was the last guy on your team you'd want to step into the octagon with?
Ooh, Makai Sachiao.
I'm going to say Dom Lopez.
Okay.
Oh, Dom.
Well, he's moved on, but he's still kind of.
Yeah.
Best memory of playing football so far?
Probably the Huntington game last year.
I think when I picked up a fumble in the Olu game.
Who would make the next best head coach on your team?
Can I say Parker Awad?
Oh, yeah.
That-
Yeah.
100%.
You guys keep going back to last year's
Yeah,
guys. All right.
Parker Awad,
Parker make a
100%.
great head
He's going to
coach, yeah.
succeed great. I'm calling it.
Well, yeah, but at that rate, that'll be 40 years from now because your coach
It's a
is never
lifetime
retired.
job.
Yeah, right. All right. Well, he'll still be around, hopefully.
Yeah.
Favorite movie?
Let me think.
That's a hard one.
Probably Inception. That's a good
Oh,
movie.
that's a great movie. Christopher Nolan. That's a great movie.
I'm going to have to say, like, Interstellar.
Oh, I love that movie too.
I watched that on the plane to
Yeah.
Hawaii, actually. It's funny you mentioned that one. All right. Be honest now. Have you ever fallen asleep during films?
Ooh, sophomore year.
Yeah, sophomore year I was
When you're not in
Did
that-
they find out?
No.
No.
Sophomore year, when you're not in the film, it's a lot easier to
Yeah.
fall asleep.
Was it right after lunch and so you're just tired?
Oh, yeah.
It was those Saturday morning practices after the game.
That was so bad.
All right, you've got a time machine, and you can meet any person in history, living or not. What one person would you want to meet?
Probably Jesus.
Nice.
I love that.
You might meet him
Yeah.
someday. Keep it up. Look at Cole's like, yeah, let's go.
That's a great.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I probably have
I
to
love
say,
that too.
I'd probably have to say the same, yeah.
Well, hey, behave, and
answer.
you might meet him sooner or later, right? Last one for me. If you're late for practice, who's the last coach you want finding out?
Coach White.
Coach White,
Easy.
yeah, Coach White.
Coach White.
Yeah, Coach White.
Yeah. Yeah.
Is he one of those guys that tells you the stories like, back in the day, we would run for 8 hours
Yeah.
and 100 degrees? Yeah.
I'd
100%.
I'd say Coach Belter does that too.
Yeah, but they both coached in the same era, so they're both like that. Yeah.
You gotta.
And they remind you of how easy you had it, right?
Oh, my
Yeah.
How about your restaurant question?
Oh, yeah. Well, didn't we cover that with where's the place to go after a game?
Oh yeah, yeah.
Oh, yeah, round table.
Round table's a
round
call.
table.
That's always a call after the game.
Yeah.
Okay.
It is time for the Cup Challenge. Slow and steady wins the race. Remember that.
Whenever you guys reach for the first cup, that's when the clock starts.
Are we gonna go at the same time?
Yeah.
Okay.
And the first one that finishes, that's your time as a team.
Okay.
All right. You ready?
Yeah.
All right. So,
And we're off.
oh man.
Logan Shill and Mason York
I left the stack in here.
These cups are like
of Edison participating in the Cup Challenge.
Edison is the defending champions. Remember last year we had Dom Lopez and I believe it was Carter Hogue. Although Ashton Hurley was
Ashton
here too,
Hurley.
but it was Carter and Dom that. Oh, here we go. It's collapsing. Stack it full and you're good. And stop.
Time.
I can't do it.
Don't receivers, aren't they supposed to have good, steady hands, right?
I don't even know. That's bad.
And we've got the
Well, if you're a junior, sophomore, freshman, we'll probably do this again next year, so you can start practicing now. So the time shouldn't
Yeah, they know in
get
advance.
progressively better. So, last thing we're doing this year is we're always going to have a Sunset Rewind Alum of the Week. And what we want you guys to do is try to figure out who it is and what school they went to. This week's is a little easier because of the picture, but generally this is probably going to be the easiest one. But if you think you know who it is,
Oh, boy.
put it down in the comments.
Wow.
The first one who gets it will get a reward from us. So here's
at
the
that
clue I'm going to
picture.
read. Before this future lead singer went on to sell millions of records, he was busy battling on the gridiron. Who is a Sunset alum and where did he go? Now, unless you're Ray Charles, it's probably pretty easy to figure it out. Cole, can you pull that up one more time? I'll give you a hint. He didn't go to Corona Del Mar. All right. So you tell us where he went and who it is, and just put it on the comments below. And the first one to answer gets a prize on Sunset Rewind.
And he wore number 3, like Ashton Hurley. Wow.
Yeah, maybe they're related. You never
That's
know.
awesome.
Maybe that's Uncle Hurley. Look it up. All right. What do you think?
Great job. Gentlemen, thank you so much for coming in.
Yeah,
We
thanks for having
appreciate
us
it.
on.
Mason
Yeah, thank
York
you.
and Logan Shill.
As a token of our appreciation, we're going to hook you guys up with these hats.
Thank you.
Sunset Rewind. Now, these might become collector's items because remember, after this year, there is no more Sunset League or South Coast League. This is it.
gonna
So
change
that's, hang on to
Yeah.
that, you know.
Yeah.
You can tell your grandkids, yeah, well, back in the day, there used to be this league and we were in it.
Yeah, guys, have a great season. Have a great time in Hawaii. We look forward to getting results from those games and look forward to watching you play this year. Thank you for
Be
joining
safe,
us
stay
today.
healthy. Good luck this
Absolutely.
year.
Thank you.
Good luck.
Thanks for joining us today on Sunset Rewind. Take care. God bless.
Thank you.